Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have sat and listened to this debate all night, and it pains me because homeschoolers are some of the best people we have in this state. They're parents that love their children, that dedicate their lives to their children, that learn all sorts of topics in order to teach them to their children. Most of us can't or won't do that. But homeschoolers look at things a little differently than most of us. Most of the people in this state hand over their kids to the government and say, educate my kid. Homeschoolers educate their children from their hearts. There are people who actually move to Connecticut simply because our homeschool laws are make it very easy for them to educate their own children. My own district, there were 12 families that moved. They looked all over New England. They came from Pennsylvania. They looked all over New England to find a place to settle. 12 families, close to 100 kids. And they said, you know what? It's easy for us to live our lifestyle and to educate our own children in Connecticut. With this bill, we're taking that away from them. We're injecting the government into a place it does not belong. We are nailing a wedge in between parents and their children. Now, I understand that a lot of what was in that bill has been removed. A lot of that wedge has been removed, but the sharp end of that wedge is still there. And that is being driven in. And every year now, it will be driven in deeper and deeper and deeper. We have 75,000 kids who don't go to school. Yet we're picking on them? Where's the sense in that? When my kids were of the appropriate age, my wife and I considered homeschooling. We actually went and talked to many of the universities that we thought our kids would want to go to. And we asked, what's the SAT scores that you require for kids in this school? What kind of requirements do you have? What do kids have to do? And what happens if they're homeschooled? And every single university said, oh, well, if they're homeschooled, we don't need any SAT scores. We don't need what we would need for a public school kid because homeschool kids are so advanced. They recruited homeschool kids because they knew that they were more advanced than public school kids. We've got an awful lot of problems in our public schools in this state. We should focus on them. We should leave the homeschool parents alone. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Dubitsky, thank you for your remarks. Representative Candelora? No?